So, just a very quick video on about how to properly show your emulator settings when it comes to speedrunning Metroid Fusion or Metroid Zero Mission. Both games work and function under the exact same configuration, therefore they have the same settings, and they need to have the exact same verification process when a run is submitted to speedrun.com. So in this example, I am going to use Metroid Fusion, but know that it also works for Metroid Zero Mission. Now, I just want to get a few things out of the way very quickly. Since you are playing on emulator, all emulator functions are prohibited. If we spot the usage of a emulator function during your run, your time will be automatically rejected. Emulator functions are things such as loading a save state, creating a save state, pausing your emulator to pause the entire game, speeding up the game, slowing down the game. Those things are completely banned, and like I said, the run is going to be rejected if you are spotted doing this during your run. But we are here to talk about the settings and how to properly show them in the run. So, you just finished your run, you're happy, everything is going well. By the way, the timer here is showing, but I know that lots of people actually think that it could be a problem if a timer isn't on the video. Just know that a timer is for your own comfort and let's just say the beauty of the thing. But if you have a video of your speedrun without a timer on the video, know that it's definitely not a problem. You do not need a timer to show up for your video to be valid. So, you're done with the RTA part of the run. Now that you're done with the RTA part of the run, know that you cannot use emulator functions at any point. Remember about that. Even if now you decide to speed up the game, and it definitely has no impact on the final time that you have, it is still prohibited. Do not speed up the credits, both for Fusion or Zero Mission for that matter. Do not do this, otherwise, even if it has zero impact, it is the usage of an emulator function and the run will be rejected. So to properly show your emulator settings, you either need to do this before the start of the run or after the final in-game time, the one that comes up after the credits, shows up. Personally, I do it once the run is over, after the final in-game time shows up, so I only do it once when I've PB'd and need to show my settings for the verification. It is, of course, your right to do it before every single attempt if you prefer. It is definitely a thing that people can do. But it's up to your preference. So like I said, before the start of the run or after the final in-game time shows up, but not during the credits. Because if you do it during the credits, it means you're pausing the run, and we cannot do that, like I said. So do it after the in-game time has appeared. Right now, just for the demonstration, I am going to speed up the game so we can get through the credits faster and get to the point. Like I said, do not do this, otherwise the run will be rejected. I'm only doing this for the purpose of this video. So on how to easily show your settings, there is a very easy thing that you can do in OBS Studio or Streamlabs OBS for that matter. I'm pretty sure there's a screen capture setting that you can add in your different source of your stream or the overlay you're using. I highly recommend to have that screen capture ready and to simply hide it. And you still have it, but it's still hidden. All you have to do is just to unhide it, and then it instantly switches to your entire screen. That way you can show everything clearly. I know that there is a way, some people manage to just show up the different windows and everything. Do however you want, but if you have troubles, I think the best way is just to use screen capture in OBS. But like I said, your preference. So, the emulator settings. There are three things that you need to show. First is BizHawk's version. To show that, you go into Help, About, and then the version comes up. The second thing you need to show is the MGBA core being used. It appears here, and also in GBA, core, MGBA. If you're playing on BizHawk 2.5, which here isn't the case, but if you're playing on BizHawk 2.5 or versions after 2.5, so 2.5.2, 2.6, everything at 2.5 or after, MGBA doesn't need to be shown because it is selected by default and it's the only core. Then the most important setting, and usually the one that creates problems when it comes to verifying a run, is the firmware. For that, you need to go into Config, Firmwares, scroll down to the GBA part, and here you are. The little tick right there needs to be here. If it is a circle like this with the exclamation mark, it is not valid. Then what you need to do is absolutely show the hash that is right here. Sometimes people have their window too small and the hash isn't shown. What you need to do is slide your window to the right, like this, so we can see most of the hash. But if you want to be 100% certain, you can right-click, go into Info, and the entire hash is shown right there. And here's all your proof. Quick run back. BizHawk's version, MGBA core selected. Again, if you're playing on BizHawk 2.5 or plus, this doesn't need to be shown. And then the firmware with the hash shown in its vast majority or in its entirety. There it is.